Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo, and we are back with another one. So in the news, Allison Holker's daughter removed her Instagram posts. What does all this mean? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. It means a lot. One, it means that the mother may have been receiving a lot of phone calls, a lot of backlash, and she got that phone call. They told her, look, it's time for you to remove it. It's time for you to get that thing down. And I believe that's what happened. I believe that they were approached by the elite and basically told, look, you need to take down this video because it's causing your mom a lot of issues. And she took it down. I went to the page earlier in the morning and I noticed that the page was a little different. I realized that she took the video down. But see, you could take the video down, but the damage is already done. The damage is done already. Why? Because we got the video. You see, it really don't make no sense to take down the video when we got the video. The damage is already done. The truth is out there. And more news that we have to report on is the shocking Instagram story from Allison Holker. Yeah. She had put out an Instagram story, I guess, try to defend herself in all of this situation. And I want to take a look at that, right? Before we focus on other news, right? Because there's a lot of developing stories going on, a lot of things happening, a lot of hiding, a lot of damage control, and various other evil things taking place in the world. And I want to cover all these different topics. There's a lot of stuff going on. So this is an interesting post from Allison. You call her Allison. I call her Allison. It says, to fans of Stephen and our family and friends, I want to be clear that my only intentions in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life with Stephen to help other people. Just like you, I never really knew what happened. And even as I am trying to put the pieces together, I will never really know. If you decide to read the book, hopefully you will see my intentions is to celebrate the love and life, I shared with Stephen and our 3 beautiful children. And also the more complex aspects of both of our lives. I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen. In sharing, I hope that maybe they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late. Over the course of the last 2 years, I've spoken in details with NAMI as well as the Solomon family and the defensive line foundation to better educate myself on mental health issues so that I can share warning signs with others. All of the proceeds from this book are going to fund the Mental Health Foundation, Focus Foundation, I started in Stephen's honor. Move with kindness. My hope is that we don't need to lose another husband, brother, father, or friend to S-word. I believe that if Stephen were able to choose, he would choose to have his story told if it meant saving even one life. Much love to all those who have supported our family these many years. See, Allison didn't write that. Most likely AI did. Yeah. Nowadays, everybody's using AI to write books. Everybody's using AI to do everything for them. Nobody is really creative anymore. Because if you read between the lines, with all the information that we have received thus far, nothing in this sounds like Allison. Why? Because Manny brought out the receipts, and speaking of Manny, kind of disappointed, but we'll see. Manny also took down some videos, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but Manny also took down videos that should be up. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to make videos calling out the evil and then put videos on archive mode. I mean, if you're going to stand firm, stand firm. I mean, he said that he just took them down for various reasons. But when the smoke clears, he'll put them back up. I don't like the sound of that. I feel that perhaps he was approached too. Maybe somebody threatened him as well, told him, look, take those videos down or else we're not going to give you that gig. In other words, if you don't remove those videos, you're not going to get the show. I hope that's not the case, Manny. Because if that's the case, then you're a sellout too. Got to call everybody out. Because if you made a video, you need to stand on business. Stand on business. And don't let your foot off the gas, because if you do, it shows that somebody approached you too. Just like somebody approached Allison's daughter and her mom. Said, look, we need to get that video offline because it's making you look bad. And it could be that the same people that approached Allison and her daughter may have approached Manny. Because it seems like everybody took their videos down at the same time. I'm just kind of trying to figure this out. I don't know what's going on. I just hope that he didn't sell out for a bag to get a show. I hope that's not the case. But now, moving back on to this Instagram story that Allison also took down. You know, everybody takes everything down. They put them up, then they take them down. What's the point? What's the point of putting them up? You're taking them down again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Let's read it nice and slow. To the fans of Stephen and our family and friends, I want to be clear that my only intention in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life. with Stephen to help other people. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. You're not helping anybody if you're throwing Stephen under the bus. If you're lying to people by telling people that Stephen had a drug addiction, that's not helping people. Because now they're looking at Stephen as someone who never overcame his problems. It makes him look weak. It makes him look like a failure. That's not a victorious man. First of all, the narrative of him taking his life makes him look bad, right? So not only do you have one strike, but then telling the public like, oh yeah, he had a drug addiction. Oh, and he had issues where he was smoking weed privately because he was so ashamed of smoking it. And then you said, oh yeah, he was touched and abused when he was a kid. That's not too encouraging to help anyone. Why? Because Stephen never got no help. And you're the wife and you didn't even help him. You literally told us in the same message that you're receiving information to understand mental health. So you're not even qualified to speak. You're not even qualified. You don't even make no sense. And also, let me shout out brother Coach Greg Adams. I want to shout you out, bro, for acknowledging my work. It's not many YouTubers that actually acknowledge me. So shout out to Coach Greg Adams. This situation is really, really bad. Because here's the thing. If you don't even understand mental health, how could you help anybody? If you had a husband that was struggling with all sorts of issues, as you claim, and you couldn't even help save him, you can't save nobody else. You can't help nobody else. It's just like these damn preachers in these churches. How many churches are in California? How many mega churches are in California while the fires are burning? Notice their prayers don't work. They claim they believe in Jesus. How come the prayers didn't work? Where's all the $1 million pastors to donate? Where's all of the prayers and the laying on of hands and the raising of the dead? Where's all of we're going to pray for the storm. We're going to lift up holy hands to heaven and stop the storm with the anointing. See, all of that stuff is bullshit. It really is. Like the whole religious institution is just one big pile of horse shit. Because when real issues really rise, all of a sudden now, them prayers don't work. We're going to be talking about more on them fires later on. I got a lot of different content I got to cover. There's a lot of information out here, guys. I'm really overwhelmed with the amount of work that got to get done. There's a lot of videos that I didn't even cover that I should have been done 2-3 weeks ago. But now, when you go back to this message, and my apologies, shout out to the chat, shout out to everybody in the building, everybody coming in on the show. Salute to everybody stopping by. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm going to talk a lot more about the California fires. There's some shocking information that is going on. I see what's happening. I know what's happening with that. I don't want to get off topic, but there's something going on in the world right now. And if we don't pay attention to it, we're doomed. We're in trouble. A lot of you feel safe because you're not near the mayhem. But I'm here to tell you, the warning has been given. We need to take heed to it. We'll talk about that later. Moving on. She claims that her only intentions of writing the book is to share her story and part of her life with Stephen to help other people. That's a lie. Anytime anybody got to come out with an IG post to tell you their intentions, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Why you got to tell me your intentions? You don't need to prove nothing to me. If your intentions to do what you claim you're going to do, just do it. What are you telling me for? This don't even make no sense. That's like you dating a dude, you clearly see he out of pocket, but he's writing books to tell you his intention. You don't got to write a book to tell me your intentions. You could have made a video. You could have did something on your own to make this clear. You could have been did this on day one when Twitch died. You ain't even cry yet. You haven't even showed the people that you care. People were crying more for Twitch than his wife. His wife never shed a tear. His wife never came into the public at all to address anything. She never came out on social media. She went into hibernation mode while everybody else was trying to figure out what's going on. Now she wants to tell you her true intentions. No, you're not trying to help nobody else. You're trying to enrich yourself. Right? She goes on, she says, just like you, I never really knew what happened. How you didn't know what happened? He's your husband. He's in your house. Listen, if I'm in my house, anybody that's in this house is supposed to know about me. They supposed to know what's going on with me. They supposed to know what's happening. They supposed to know if I'm in a bad mood, if I'm in a good mood. They supposed to know. Because the thing is, these issues like this, it's being played in a way as if though she's an advocate. She's trying to make herself to be the spokesperson or the face of mental illness so that she can be a spokesperson, so that she could come out to different engagements and get paid. She don't know nothing about this. She have no experience in this. How about a person that really struggled with mental illness? How about they do that? Where's their books? They don't even do that. So why is she so interested in this? Because she want to do what Twitch was doing. You see, Twitch was speaking on these issues. This is his lane. This is what he was doing. And he didn't even have to write a book. He was doing this for the free via social media. He would literally speak to people's mental health via various posts. He would use dance as therapy. Why is it that he was so captivating to people? Why is it that so much people loved Twitch? What was it about him that made people like him? What was the formula? Was it his personality? Was it his smile? Was it his character? What did he treat his fans well? Was it his Instagram stories, Instagram posts, TikTok videos? What was it about him that kept people smiling? That is what Allison was jealous of the whole time. She was jealous of this the whole time. This is what she always wanted. She wanted to feel what it's like to be Twitch. You might have somebody in your life right now that been jealous of you the whole time. They see what you do. They see your talents. They see your gifts. And they're watching you from the sidelines, copying every move because they really want what you got. They know They may never be at your level, but they want to feel, what does it feel like to be you? We see this every day on Instagram where people steal people's photos and make a profile with the same exact photos like a celebrity. Why they do this? They want to feel what it's like to be them in terms of receiving DM messages from fans, men that might be hitting on them. They want to feel what it's like to get this attention. And that's what Allison yearned for. The attention, the praise, and the love that Twitch received from people. So when she put this out there, her intentions is bad. And the reason why her intentions is bad is because Mama Boss made that clear. Mama Boss set the record straight by saying, look, all the stuff that Allison is saying is misleading. These are lies. And because of the backlash Allison is getting, she figured, hey, maybe I can salvage the last bit of viewers and fans that can buy my book, because if I don't sell this book, these companies and these entities, they're going to literally cut ties with me. You see, although Allison is a part of the elite, she's in the industry, she got to sell these books. And she's not really good at marketing. She's not really good at talking, period. So you really can't think for a minute that she wrote this, because she did not write that. That is not the way she talk. She don't talk like that. If you look at how she talk when she's in interviews, she don't sound like that. This is AI that put this together, or someone that is affiliated with her Instagram, and their job is to do all the PR stuff to make sure that she looks good in the public. You understand? She's saying, just like you, I never really knew what happened. And even as I am trying to put the pieces together, I will never really know. Well, that's a lie, because she's not trying to put the pieces together. Because if Twitch self-deleted in a motel, if he self-deleted in a motel, why she ain't pushing for an investigation? Why she's not pushing for them to reopen the case, study all the clues, find out what's going on, so that we could bring justice to Twitch? She's not trying to put no pieces together. You know why? Because she's a part of the piece. She's a part of the pieces that got to be put together. She don't want the puzzle to be put together. Because if it's put together, we will all learn that she allegedly had something to do with Twitch's death. Allison had something to do, allegedly, with his death. There's no other way around it. She's telling you she will never really know. I never really knew what happened. And even as I am trying to put the pieces together, she's not trying to put anything together. She's been trying to bury the truth for years so that she could move on with a new man. You understand? That's what she's been trying to do. She says, if you decide to read the book, notice, if you decide to read the book, if you decide to read a book, why? Because she know many people are not supporting the book. Many people are not don't buy her book. If you're a Twitch fan, don't buy her book. No. Don't buy her book. Don't buy anything from her. She already took his money. She took all his royalties. She took everything from that man and destroyed that man's legacy with her words on People magazine. No forgiveness. No forgiveness, guys. Let her pay the price. Don't let her get away with that. Number one, you fans of Twitch never received what she promised. She promised each and every one of Twitch's fans that she was going to set up something in an arena or some sort of stadium or something where the fans of Twitch would be able to see images, videos on screen. They'll be able to mourn, have a good time, remember the good of what this man meant to them. And she never set this up. She never kept the promise. And over the years, many of you would watch his TikTok videos religiously, binge watching them back to back to back to back to get you through your day. Because Allison didn't provide an avenue by which you're able to express how you feel. So people would write in the comment section, RIP Twitch, we miss you. Hope it's going well. And people would talk about these things amongst themselves because they didn't have nowhere to go. There was no group. So they formed online groups. People started Facebook pages, fan pages. Allison didn't start nothing. She didn't start nothing for this man. Instead, she did little private events. And then at the funeral, made the family sign NDAs to see the body. Is that upholding his legacy? To let his mom sign documents? If I had to go to a funeral to see my blood brother and his wife have NDA papers for me to sign, I'm tearing the place up. I'm going to jail. I'm tearing the place up. Call the cops. The whole family going to tear. We're going to get locked up. You ain't going to have me sign NDAs to see my brother. That's so disrespectful to the blood family. We're not going to tolerate that. But that's exactly what she did. Why? Because she's not trying to pick up the pieces. She's not trying to put the pieces together. So she's telling you, if you decide to read the book, because she already knows most of you are not. So she's hoping that you buy it, right? If you decide to read the book, hopefully you'll see my intention is to celebrate the life, the love and life I shared with Stephen and our 3 beautiful children. Well, Allison, you could have did that by having an event with all that money that you got from Twitch. You could have set up something to celebrate the life of Twitch. A fan event for the fans. Meaning, this is something you put together for the fans. You put up your money. You put this together out of your own pocket for the fans, celebrating the life of Twitch. Come on in. All the fans of Twitch, come on down. It would have been a huge turnout. Not only, see, this is how I know that Allison is not a smart woman. You're not smart at all. Because I'm going to tell you what would have happened, Allison, if you're listening. If you would have carried through with your promise, right, of putting together an event to celebrate the life of Twitch, hiring the best of the best to put together some graphics, images, posters, music, his best dance routines, hire all the dancers, let all the different people from all the different walks of life that worked with Twitch to all come out and have one huge celebration for the fans of Twitch's life, you would have made a mark in people's lives that they would have respected. And you would have earned their respect. They don't respect you. You know why? Because you never honored him. You never did. You had the opportunity to honor that man the right way in front of his fans, because if you would have done that, his fans would be riding with you today. They would. If you would have honored Twitch the right way, even though they love Twitch more, they would have respect you. They'd have said, you know what? Let's ride with her, guys. She did the right thing. She gave us that opportunity to show our respects. Because you have to understand the dance community is huge. The community that Twitch had and the following he had, it's a lot of people, man. I didn't know that man was that popular. Because again, I always say this anytime I do my streams. When I initially heard the first story regarding Twitch, I didn't know nothing about him. I seen him on that Ellen DeGeneres show. I seen him on there, but I didn't really know anything about the guy. So in the process of breaking the story, I literally got to know who Twitch was. I had watched hours and hours worth of video footage, interviews. I found out that he was in films. I looked at different episodes of the Ellen DeGeneres show. I've literally studied what this man have done and how he built a fan base to the point where I was like, damn, this guy is really hot. He's really popular. He's really doing his thing. So much so that with all the research we done, I realized there is no way that that man would take his life. He had too much going for himself. I did not see nothing within his walk that indicated a man that was depressed, full of anxiety, and didn't want to live no more. I couldn't find it. He had too much going for himself, and he was giving himself more to the people. Not only was he doing his thing, but he would give back to the people. And the things that he did in terms of giving back to the people, his wife was not doing that. Allison was not giving back to the people. She was not doing what Twitch was doing. She was focusing on trying to compete with him. She was focusing on trying to dim his light. You see? So when she tell you, if you decide to read the book, hopefully you'll see my intentions is to celebrate the love and life I shared with Stephen and our 3 beautiful children. That's a lie. Because you cannot celebrate a man you throw under the bus. You threw that man under the bus and told the world that the man was a drug addict to the point where you hurt his mama. You made Mama Boss come out of her lifestyle where she don't need to be online with all the drama. She's not into all that social media stuff. But you disrespected Twitch legacy to the point where you hurt the mama, made her cry. You made his mama cry. That's what you done. And I feel for that woman because here's the thing. That's her son. He dead, can't defend himself. Everybody in the family that know Twitch know he not on no drugs. They know that. Every family know who is who. You know if your cousin smoke weed. You know if your uncle is on drugs. You know who the drunk. Everybody got that one uncle that's a drunk. Uncle Richard. Uncle Bobby. That one uncle that he just drink. Always drinking. We all know him. So if somebody in the household was on drugs, we would know. They knew Twitch wasn't on no drugs. So when you publish to People magazine that you found a shoe box after all these years, and it had drugs and how Stephen had an addiction, how do you think his mama felt? As soon as she heard that, she knew it was a lie. As soon as she heard that you found a shoebox with mushrooms and pills and drugs, she knew it was a lie. She know her son. The friends know Twitch. They know who he is. You gonna tell me his friends wouldn't know if he on drugs? You gonna tell me his friends don't know? When you said those words, it made his mama cry. You broke her heart. You broke her heart to the point where she didn't know what else to do but cry. And she shed her tears. She shed enough tears. You made her shed more. She had no more tears left to shed for her son, but you made her shed more tears. Tears she couldn't even afford to shed because she ain't have none. None was left. And you did that spitefully, I believe, to hurt the mama, to hurt the family. But you want us to believe what your true intentions are. That how you want the people to believe that, you know, your intentions was just to celebrate the love and life you shared with Stephen and your 3 beautiful children. You went on to say, and also the more complex aspects of both of our lives. Complex aspects of both of our lives? If you're going to share complex aspects of both of your lives, you don't think you should be sharing something that is productive and good? Positive? Why would you share something negative? Do you really think if Twitch had an addiction problem, he would want the world to know that he was a drug addict? You think that's what you think? Do you really think that is something that is appropriate? You made the family sign NDAs to protect Stephen's legacy because you felt and had a fear that the family, his blood family, would do some dirt, but yet you aired out dirty secrets? Did you sign the NDA? Because it don't seem like you're abiding by the contract. Because I could tell you one thing, if Twitch's cousin released info out of the blue that he was a drug addict and you never released that in the public, you would be offended to know that his cousin published a book claiming that Twitch was a drug addict. It would hurt you, Allison. It would hurt because if you knew this about him and kept it a secret and a cousin released that, it would bother you. So what makes you think that you can do that? And it's not going to bother the mom. That it's not going to bother his family. You have no empathy for this man. No love or respect. Things like that you don't share, even if they're true. That's like if Twitch was a pedophile. You want to release that? If Twitch watch videos with underage kids, would you release that dark secret? Do you really think that's going to help anybody? It's not going to help him. You were doing your best to destroy that man's legacy so people could look at him as a drug addict, as a man who was weak, as a man who don't know how to live his life, so that you now could build yourself up to be the advocate for mental health. That's wrong. That is absolutely wrong, man. That's why I break down everything you do, line upon line, so people can understand the real nature of what's going on. So she go on and she say, and also the more complex aspects of both of our lives. I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen. In sharing, I hope that maybe they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late. Now, you saying red flags that you miss. See, this is a problem. You know why it's a problem? You're talking about red flags with Stephen as if though he was a man that was on edge. Well, what about the red flags in you? What about all your red flags? What about all the issues regarding you? Because it is very clear and evident that you got problems. You got problems. You got problems with alcohol. You have problems allegedly with drugs. What about your issues? What about your arrest? What about all the things you've done? What about that? See, it's interesting to me how you would throw Stephen under the bus, but yet you yourself got issues. Why beholdeth the mote that is in thy brother's eye and not understand that you got a beam in your own eye? You got a beam in your eye. You got issues and drama that you're dealing with. But you trying to project your own fears and your own addictions onto Twitch, when really these are the addictions you got. That's right. Manny brought out information regarding these things. Your arrest records show and prove that you got issues. But did you overcome? See, you can't help nobody when it comes to mental illness or any of that stuff when you got issues too. Because you're a narcissist. Did you go get help for that? No. And this is what happens when you have a narcissist trying to be an activist and a spokesperson for mental health when they got mental problems themselves. It's like a pulpit pork chop eating pastor trying to tell you about Jesus Christ, and that pastor's in sin. He's a damn devil trying to tell you how to live your life, and he out here doing evil. Just like that so-called pastor prophet on YouTube, Prophet Lovey, but yet he's being exposed by some woman he was sleeping with. She's pretty much exposing him on YouTube. Here he is out here sleeping around with these women, having all these affairs while he was with his wife, while he was in the pulpit preaching. This is what I mean. Hypocrites. You cannot help nobody if you ain't help yourself. You got to help yourself first. If I'm dealing with anxiety and depression, I cannot help nobody till I overcome my issues. If you're a woman and you're going through trauma due to past relationships, it don't make no sense you get into a new relationship with a new man, because you're going to destroy him too. If you're a man and you're still dealing with hurt and pain from different relationships you done had in the past, it don't make no sense you get with a new woman, because now you're going to punish her. You're going to treat her like crap because of the trauma you got from your past relationships. You're going to punish her now. So what makes you think, Allison, you could get into a new relationship with a new man when your so-called husband allegedly took his life with a gun that allegedly belonged to you? How do you explain that? How do you explain the fact that he allegedly had your gun in his possession? What's really going on? You said you're trying to pick up the pieces. You're trying to put the pieces together. Okay, how did he leave the house with a gun and you didn't know? Y'all share the same bedroom, right? You share the same closets, separate closets. Either way, you didn't see him. You saw, right? Okay. Why didn't you report all of this stuff? Why didn't you put that out there? Is that in the book? Oh, when I got up in the morning, he did this, he did that. Because if that's not in the book, your book ain't worth nothing. because you had ample amount of time to put the real narrative out there, but instead you lied to the public. Everything you talked about is a lie. If you lied about Twitch being a drug addict, you lied about everything. You understand? You lied about everything. So it goes on and it says, I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen. In Sharon, I hope that maybe they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late. You want them to catch red flags when you didn't catch none? There was many issues going on. The red flags is you. You're the red flag. That man couldn't even talk to you. Manny said that in his video. Manny said in his video that Twitch would come to him to talk and would literally be like, look, I can't even talk to her. Twitch couldn't even talk to you. You know why? You're too aggressive, argumentative. We saw how you act when you were on the phone with Manny. You disregarded Twitch's mental health. You blamed him for leaving. You said he could have stayed and helped me take care of the kids. I don't know why he left. You disregarded his mental health. I thought you said you're here to help people. I thought you said you want to help people understand. Well, when you were on the phone with Manny, you didn't display that. You didn't display a woman that cared. You don't care about Twitch. You care about making money. You care about being in movies. You care about shows. That's what you care about. You want what he have. That's what you want. And that's the sad thing about all of this, ladies and gentlemen. She's talking about red flags. She goes on and says, over the course of the last 2 years, I've spoken in detail with NAMI and as well as Solomon Family and the Defensive Line Foundation to better educate myself on mental health issues. That's a lie. Because you spoke with Manny and basically it proves you disregarded Twitch's mental health. You blamed him. You said it yourself. He left me with the kids. He could have stayed to help me take care of these kids. So you are blaming a man in whom you claim had mental health issues. You blamed him. How come you ain't concerned about his struggles that led up to it? See, you don't really care. If you disregarded his mental health, then you don't care about nobody's mental health. So you ain't trying to help nobody. This is just a hustle. That's all this is. One big hustle. Talking about they help you to better educate yourself on mental health issues so that I can share warning signs with others. You ain't share that with Manny when he spoke to you. You understand? You never practice mental health topics on your social medias. You never did that. Twitch did. And he never talked about how he's doing this and all this other stuff. He just did that for the free because he cared. Now, this is what's interesting about your posts, Allison, especially for all of you that are viewing the content. This section here where she says, all of my. What do you mean my? See, right there, that's a red flag. See? It's a red flag, guys. When you understand grammar, all of my proceeds from this book, no. Supposed to see all of the proceeds. You gave yourself away, Allison. You messed up. You said all of my proceeds from this book. are going to fund the Mental Health Focus Foundation. You messed up. You were supposed to say all of the proceeds. Because if your intentions is just to make the book so that the proceeds can go towards the Mental Health Foundation, then it's not about you. It's not my proceeds. You see what I mean? She's focused on herself, guys. It's not about helping people. She don't care about nobody with mental health. Listen, if you go to all her social medias and look through all her posts, there is no track record or history of her being concerned about anyone that got mental health issues. None. But if you go to Twitch page, you'll see it. If you go to Twitch pages, you'll see it. Twitch always had posts, topics, comments that was focused on encouraging people, helping them to overcome their issues. He was doing things regarding mental health issues way before. You see what I mean? He showed a pattern of someone who was naturally concerned with the well-being of people. He didn't need nobody to coach him. He didn't need none of that. He just did it naturally. You see that? But you need someone to train you on how to understand mental health. Right there, that's a red flag. That means you are not even a natural. You're not doing this from the heart. You're trying to make someone train you into understanding how these people feel. I would not want no one around me that need to be trained to understand none of this stuff. It's supposed to be a natural thing. You're supposed to just know. You understand? And this is what makes it sad. This is what makes it sad. So it goes on and says, I started in Stefan's honor. Move with kindness. How could you say move with kindness when you didn't move with kindness? When you put out the book? When you went on People magazine, you did the interview, you didn't move with kindness. Do you think it's kind to say the man was a drug addict knowing his mom and family would be hurt? That's not speaking truth. No one known that. That doesn't help nobody. It only makes us question him. My hope is that we don't need to lose another husband. You don't care about another husband being lost, a brother, father, or friend. You don't care. You didn't write that. You did not write that. How could you say that when you came out and said the man is a drug addict? You don't think that's going to push somebody over the edge that is on drugs? You don't think that someone who's dealing with mental health issues, who is possibly a drug addict, hear and see you do that to Twitch, and that would put them in a state of mind where they're like, damn, I thought you here to help. That's not helping me. I would have never wanted to hear that about Twitch. And now, by the pure fact you put that out there, that person who's struggling, you push them over the edge. Do you understand, Allison, what it's like when someone's on drugs? You know what it's like when somebody's an addict? Do you folks out there in the clouds know what it's like for people that are on drugs? A lot of times we look at people on drugs and we laugh. Oh, they a crackhead. Oh, they on this. Ha, ha, ha. No, you don't laugh at people that's on drugs, guys. People that are addicted to drugs, addicts, they didn't wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I want to be an addict. I just can't wait. No. That's like laughing at DMX. The reason why he got hooked on drugs is because somebody did something, laced some weed or a cigarette. They did something. He told the story of how he got hooked. One of his friends or mentors, an older dude, got him hooked on drugs. And he just never been the same ever again. People that become addicts, they don't intend to be addicts, man. Maybe they were trying something out. Maybe they were at a party. Somebody laced something up, and before you know it, boom, it's over with. It happens in the industry a lot. Let's say, for example, Twitch was a drug addict. How did it happen? See what I mean? It goes back to how did it happen? And how could he be a drug addict and be in the same house, in the same life, married to Allison all these years, and she never known nothing? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense that a man can be an addict on drugs for all the years that he been married to that woman, and she don't know nothing. She don't see a sign. Does that make sense? You in the same house. You supposed to know. You're supposed to know when someone used the toilet if you in the same house. You're supposed to know somebody's in the shower if you in the same house. You should know because you hear them in the house. If somebody's cooking, somebody's in this house. I'm hearing footsteps, somebody in this house. So if somebody is an addict and they on drugs, how you don't know? Unless you are on drugs with them. I said unless you are on drugs with them. Because a lot of times you have couples where both parties is on drugs, and for whatever reason, they'll throw one of them under the bus while the other one act like they clean and never did no wrong. But maybe them same one, they're the one that really was hooked on drugs. But they'll use the other person as the punching bag because they can't use themselves, right? They wouldn't want to use themselves. So it goes on and it says, all of my proceeds from this book are going to fund the Mental Health Focus Foundation I started in Stephen's honor. Now, when you say going to fund, what exactly does that mean in layman's terms? Do you care to explain that? Fund what? Because people always say these things, but you got to ask them the question. Fund what? What? What exactly is the money funding? It sounds nice when people say stuff like, oh yeah, all my proceeds is going to fund, this mental health focus foundation. Okay, fund what? What is it used for? What? What is it used for, and how does that help people? What is it? We want to know. Because if you can't answer that question, nobody should be buying your book. Because if all the proceeds is going to fund this mental health, whatever you claim, what exactly is it doing? I don't want to hear these fancy words. Where is the money going? Follow the money bag. Follow the money trail. What is it being used for? That's like you giving your money to these Christian churches. Talking about bringing you the tithes down to this altar. Send your love gifts and your offerings to our church. No. Yeah, but you're giving your money to God. No, I'm not. I'm giving my money to you. I see you driving a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini and a Bentley, and you live in a multi-million-dollar mansion. How am I giving this money to God when you're enriching yourself, pastor? Listen, all of these pastors in these churches are full of shit. Listen carefully to all you religious folks. all of these pastors in these churches that tell you, sow a seed, believe God, because you're sending your money to God. God don't need your money. The pastor do. The pastor is living off your money. That's what's going on. So if we know that the pastor is living off the money in the church, then the money that Allison is getting from that book, it is not going to help nobody but herself. It's going to her pocket. Why? Because these are my proceeds. Why would anybody write a book, go on People magazine, promote books for all the proceeds to go into some foundation somewhere and they don't benefit? Make that make sense. The money's for her. Just like the pastor. Just like the pastor take the money's for her, guys. That's what it's for. She says, I started in Stephen's honor. Well, we know that's not true. Why? Because when we study the People magazine interview, you made it very clear you want to be separated from Twitch. That's what you said in the interview. You said you were tired of every time somebody come up to you, they're always bringing up Twitch, and you want to be known for who you are rather than every time somebody talk about Twitch. It's like you get tired of that. It's like, damn, the man is dead and he's still popular. In so many words, that's how you were moving in that interview. You're jealous of Twitch. Even in death, Twitch is more popular than you. Even in death, Twitch is more popular. Ain't that something? She said that she don't even want her children to be known for Twitch. She wants them to be known for their own individual selves moving forward. So if that's the case, how could she have made a foundation for health, mental health issues in Stephen's honor when she want to depart from him? Move with kindness. We know she don't have that in her. She says, I started in Stephen's, She says, my hope is that we don't need to lose another husband, brother, father, or friend to the S word, self-deletion. She don't care about who's going to check out. She don't care about that. Narcissists don't care. If she don't have no empathy for Twitch, why would she have that for you? Think about that. If she don't have that for Twitch, why would she have that for you? Why would she care about your mental health issues of you possibly self-deleting when she didn't care about Twitch? She don't care. Right? She go on, she says, my hope is that we don't need to lose another husband, brother, father, or friend to self-deletion. I believe that if Stephen were able to choose, he would choose to have his story told. No, I disagree. Stephen would not want you to be lying. You're making that up to justify the book. You're saying these things to justify the fact that you aired out misinformation regarding Twitch, and you want us to believe that this is something Twitch would want. If that's the case, why would his mama protest? Why would his mama give you pushback on social media regarding what you've done, if that is something Twitch would have wanted. The mama disapprove of that. She don't approve of your actions. Not at all. Neither does the family. So to say, I believe, yeah, you believe, but would Twitch believe that? No. And I think his family know more about him than you. I said, I know his family know more about him than you. Just because you were married to him, it does not mean you know him more than his blood family. His family know him. You were just married to him, but they know him. Big difference. I believe that if Stephen were able to choose, you took that away from Stephen. That's why he's not able to choose. Because you allegedly had something to do with his murder. He never self-deleted. That is a lie. To all of Twitch Boss fans, listen to me. Listen clear. Listen very clear. Stephen Twitch Boss did not self-delete. He was murdered. With all the investigative reporting we've done on the case, he was murdered. We looked at every aspect of the case, guys. We looked at his connection to the Ellen DeGeneres show. We brought out a lot of video content with this situation. We talked about him being a blood sacrifice. We talked about his industry connection. We talked about the oath. Possibly he broke the oath. He broke the contract with the industry. Perhaps he stepped on toes in the industry. Perhaps he made somebody upset due to his outspoken character. There's a lot of different characteristics of Stephen Twitch Boss that many of you may not have seen within my content. I made a playlist. It is in the community section on this platform where I pretty much put all of the videos that I've made regarding Stephen Twitch Boss investigation all over there for your viewing. I have other videos that I would have to still bring on over to YouTube that I believe I have on my Patreon, but I have to bring those over onto YouTube, right? But nonetheless, when you look at the situation here, she goes on, she says, I believe that if it was, excuse me, it says, I believe that if Stephen were able to choose, he would choose to have his story told if it meant saving even one life. That's not true. Why would Stephen want his story told? What story? He never had a story. You made up a story as you went. Stephen didn't have a story. You made up the story. You lied about this man's life. You made up a story to sell it to the people because the man is dead and can't defend himself. That's why his family spoke out. Because they know you lying. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, you made your daughter come out into the public and lie for you, where she told the world that you never claimed that Twitch was an addict.
My mom never said that Stephen was an addict. Let me say that. Never said that he was an addict.
I had dealt with an ex that had addiction problems, and then I realized Stephen had addiction problems.
Then you realized Stephen had addiction problems, but your daughter said you didn't say that. And now you most likely told your daughter to take down her video. You made your daughter take down the video because you realize all of the backlash she's getting. Well, she put herself out there. Can't get mad at people. You put her out there to do damage control for you and instantly regretted it. Now you got the phone call from the higher ups to remove the video from her Instagram page. But we got her video. We got everything. She said a lot of disrespectful things about the Twitch family, grandma, friends, and a lot more. And she revealed that y'all don't even talk. And now y'all made her pull the video. The damage is already done. The damage is already done, guys. And it's just a sad situation, man, because they believe that by them erasing stuff from their Instagram pages, that somehow it's going to all go away. No, it's not. It's not going away. She even got rid of this post. So it's like her intentions is erased. And the only reason why she put that out there is because of the backlash from the public. The public is not happy with this. They're not happy with this. It's a money grab, guys. And other people stand to gain, because we know Allison did not get a pen and a pad and said, you know what, let me start write this book. She never wrote nothing, guys. She's not smart enough to write a book, guys. She's not. Somebody else published this thing, put it together, and they are going to make profit. When she say all proceeds is going, that's BS. A lot of people's hands are invested in this book, and they're banking on the fact that you're going to buy it because it involves Stephen Twitch Boss. So they're like, yeah, you folks are definitely going to buy it. You know, they're banking on that. They're hoping that you get it. You see, they want you to, because that's how they're going to be enriched. And remember, she's going to take that money and she's going to spend it on that new man she got, who is married, by the way. Oh, yeah. Which mean Allison is in adultery. That's right. Allison Holker is in adultery right now. How messy could you be? How disgusting as a woman to get with a man who is married. You're being a home wrecker as a widow while your husband is spinning in his grave. You are out there in adultery. That man is still married, Allison. And you in photos, booed up, taking pictures. Let me see if I still got that image. I don't know if I still got it. Let's see. Yeah, check it out, guys. Come on now. This is a married man. You here booed up, going to Disney World with him and his kids, living life, while his wife is home hurting and crying, while you out here with her husband. Come on now. You here putting photos on your Instagram. You here decorating your Instagram with all of these photos of a married man. Booed up with a married man. You couldn't wait. Now here's the question. Were you mixed mingling with this man while you were with Twitch, allegedly? Because if he's a married man and yet he messing with you, there's a possibility that while he was married, you were allegedly messing with him. And that's the reason why Twitch is dead. A fatal attraction. Because you smiling mighty hard in this image. You look really happy. Like you known this man for a long time. This don't look like a couple that just got together. Surely you wouldn't be with your kids and his kids roaming around in Disney World. Come on now. That's too fast. You know this, man. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget Twitch's good friend, Emmanuel, where you at? Where you at? I got that video somewhere, guys. I got that video somewhere. I don't recall where I put it, but I got that video, man. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a minute. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. Let me see. I know I have it. I know I have it somewhere. Is it here? I'm not sure if it's here. I'm not sure if this is it. That's not it. I know I had downloaded it. I'm gonna have to probably do a video on that separate. But I know what video it is. I got it. I know I got it downloaded. Now, if it is true, because word on the street that they're saying is that Allison was allegedly messing around with Twitch's friend. It's what they're saying in these streets. It's crazy. It's crazy, nasty work. They're saying that, and if I'm correct, isn't that the same guy that's in the drama? Isn't that the same guy that's involved with the sports, what is it, sports TV, something, whatever? I'm not sure what it is. I did a video on it the other day. Is it the same guy? It's the same guy, right? That's dog. When I tell you, man, some of you guys, sometimes your friend be wanting to get with your woman, low key. Now think about this. The industry scandal that is going on between, I think that Spanish woman. I'm not sure if she's Spanish or whatever the case is, but we did a story on that. It involves that dude who was working with her. So if that's the same guy, man, it would make sense now. You in the video, you see Allison walking out the hotel with this guy. And they got into the car, and it's like, well, hold up. Why y'all together? Why y'all together? Why y'all coming out of a hotel? Allison, why you coming out of a hotel with Emmanuel? Y'all were fucking? Allegedly? I'm just asking. Because they got it on tape. I just want to know because, you know, if we look at the timeline of events, like what year they caught you coming out the hotel with that guy, and then we put it together with the death of Twitch, then you put it together with the new white man you got who is married, you are out here being messy. That's just crazy, man. That's nasty work. Now you got your daughter out here removing videos, which make you look bad. It make you look bad all of a sudden that your daughter is out here removing videos. You boot up with a new man. You know, you got all these problems. And she figure, okay, I'm going to remove the video. Everything is good. I'm safe. No, we got the video. We got the video here. We already reviewed the whole video, so I'm not going to review the whole video, but just look at it a little bit.
Get hate for literally losing the person that she loves. And like, I have siblings, like, this is their dad. This is who they're going to grow up and like, they're going to see all this on social media. That's so hurtful. So I just felt like I'll take it upon myself to like clear things up because that's just how I am. Like, I would rather things be handled than for it to just leave the internet in a spiral. Like, it's so annoying to me, but
see, you should have never been online to begin with to get in grown folk business. Your mama was supposed to be online handling this, not you. Your mama was supposed to be online to speak, not her daughter. I have a 16-year-old daughter myself. You think I'm going to let my 16-year-old come online to talk on behalf of me? How'd that look? How'd that look? A grown-ass man sending his 16-year-old to go talk for him. That makes sense? No, that's going to make me look stupid. People will be like, you are a coward. You made your daughter come out to speak to you? Speak for you? Your daughter? That's what she did. That's what Allison did. Allison put her daughter to speak for her. And then after the damage was done, she contacted the daughter and said, look, take that video down. We're receiving too many calls. It's messing up my business. Well, you should have never had her put that out there in the first place, because now it's all over the web.
Basically, I get that my relationship with Steven seems complicated, but this man raised me my entire life. Like, my entire life, since I was 1. And through that, like, I have a biological dad. I have a relationship with him, but... And
to everybody that's in the chat that's saying stuff about what Allison said in an interview and all this other stuff, if you have any interviews with Allison, real interviews, just send them to my Instagram, right? If you send some, and don't send something while I'm live, thinking that I'm going to go read your message. And no, I'm not. I am working right now. I'm not reading nobody's messages right now. That's not what I do, right? I look at what is afterwards, and then I see if it's worthy for content, and then I review it and say, okay, this interview is good. Let's talk about it, right? But if you have interviews with Allison, just send them. At Ringo TV Raw on Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the description of all my videos and on the channel main page, the About section, right? Because, you know, a lot of these interviews with Allison, we're going to review. She did a lot of interviews since Twitch passed. I mean, since Twitch was murdered, I should say, not passed, but since he was murdered, because he was murdered. And we need to be reminded of that. He didn't take his life. He was not a coward. He stood up for what was right. So why would he take himself out? You understand? We covered every possibility. Could somebody have threatened him to take his life in order to save his family? We covered every aspect of what could have possibly happened. And within everything we discussed, it would always lead us back to the wife. The way she was moving throughout this entire ordeal was suspect. And I just know for a fact, based on all the evidence, that her hands is dirty. And I believe law enforcement was involved with the cover-up. I don't believe that a case like this with a guy so popular, beloved around the world, all nationalities, all backgrounds, white, black, Asian, everybody loved this man. Everybody. And they had nothing but good things to say. You never heard about Twitch being in no dirt. You didn't hear no industry dirt. You know what I mean? So why would he say one day after his anniversary, why would Twitch just get up in the morning and say, you know what, guys? I'm just so tired of life. I'm just so fed up. I mean, even though I got millions of dollars in my bank account, even though I got this beautiful mini mansion, even though I got three kids that I got to provide for, 2 are my biological, 1 is not, but I love her as my own. I got a wife in whom I love and want to provide for. I got different opportunities on TV. I got so many different things that I'm working on. You know what? I'm just tired. I want to end it all. Yeah, let me go to the motel and do that. After doing a dance video with his wife, That's right. After doing a dance video with his wife, I'm not buying it. Let me see if I could do something real quick. Hold on a second. I don't know if this will work, but let me see if this works. Yeah, it does work. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Do something real quick. We got to look at these things, right? This man had, well, he still have 5.5 million followers on TikTok. 5.5 million. This man had a lot going for himself, fam. Let me do this real fast. So now, hold on a second. Okay, so this video was December. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's mic issues. Put a 1 in the chat if the mic is good. Because I'm over here with the microphone and I have a pair of headphones over there. That's how I'm hearing the audio. Because I don't feel like wearing my headphones. And sometimes you get the feedback. I don't know if there's any. Sounds like it is, but I don't know if it is. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to do something real quick so we could get some info. All right, so that was, let me download this. Allison had something to do with his murder, guys. She did. I know she did. I know she did, guys. Yeah. Let me get this receipt. Okay. Let's get this. Right. All right, so we got that. That was done. Let's get this. Getting some receipts that I want to use. All right. So I got 1, 2. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I'm just taking care of some business real quick. Trust me. You ain't gonna want to miss this. Okay, that's downloaded. All right. Okay. Download. All right. So now let's look at this information, right? Now, I'm going to keep the volume off, right? Due to copyrights. Because I know that he normally have music playing in his videos. All right, so I'm going to keep the volume off. But I want to play this, right? But before we play this, let's look at some of these Let's look at some of these receipts. Because we did some of this in our investigation, but I want to look at more. Because this is sad. This is really, really sad. Okay. First, we have this. Now, watch this, guys. Check this out. Put a 1 if you all see that. Good. Everything is good, right? This is Twitch's TikTok. You see that? This is happy anniversary, my love. Check that out. That's December 10th, right? December 10th. Give me a minute. Right? Now, bear with me as we go through this. So, okay. We have right here on the screen, Steven Twitch Boss TikTok. He's celebrating his anniversary. He's celebrating his anniversary, right? December 10th. Happy anniversary, my love. Are you seeing this? So he had time to post this on the 10th, right? He posted that on the 10th. He posts this on the 8th. You see that? Where he was in a video dancing in the house. He posted that on the 8th. Now, this guy was happy about life. He just finished celebrating his anniversary. But then, you want me to believe that he died on the 13th? You want me to believe that? You want me to believe that he's celebrating his anniversary on the 10th, and then out of the blue says, you know what? I'm tired of life. It's time for me to go. You want me to believe that? Listen, that man was murdered, guys. He was murdered. Let me pull this up. Give me a minute. Let me get this. Why it went into this folder for? I don't know. Computer bugging out. But again, we have to always remember these things. And we talked about this thing in some older videos that I got, where his anniversary, December 10th, 2022. He posted this. This is what he uploaded. He uploaded this himself to say, happy anniversary, my love. So why would he do that on the 10th and then say to himself, you know what? I'm just tired of living. I'm ready to go. He was murdered. So why Allison accepted the initial story of him taking his life after her husband made a post on the 10th expressing how much he loves her? Make it make sense. The man was murdered. Let's bring out some more info. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me do this real quick. Okay. All right, let me take the music off of that because I don't want no copyrights. Okay, so now this. Wait, let me see. I didn't even check. Hold on. This was Hold on. Oh, snap. What the hell? I got all this stuff open. Let me get rid of all these pages. I got so much pages open. This is crazy. Well, I need this page right here. I need that one. Get rid of this one. Okay. All right. Let me look at this. Oh, this is even better. Wow. Check this out. This is even better. I didn't get this one. This is why Allison and the people on her team, they don't like people like me, because we're uncovering the real truth. Now, watch this, guys. Watch this. All right, so let me do this. Let me pull this up. So you got that on the screen. So now let's get this. Check this out. This was published on December 11th. This is December 11th, guys. December 11th. This man checked out on the 13th. Of all days, the 13th. I don't know if it was on a Friday, but if it is, then you know what that means. Love This Dance by blah, 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 blah. He posts this on the 11th of December. But now, check this out, right? Who he's with. It's with Allison, right? He's having fun, guys. Look at the baby at the bottom. You see that? Does that look like a man who want to leave Earth? Does that look like a man that is hurting, depressed? Does that look like a man that is full of drugs? Does that look like that? Come on now. Do that look like that kind of guy? No. That's a man who is enjoying his life. He's enjoying his life, guys. And notice how she's trying to push him out of the way to prevent him from doing his thing. Y'all don't see that? Come on now. This man was murdered, man. Let me see if I could do this. Hold on. Let me see if I can enlarge the video. Again, look at his face. Look at his eyes. Do he look like he's hurting? He's having fun, y'all. This is what he do. Do he look malnutritious? No, he was in the gym. He was in shape. But Allison want you to believe that this man was a drug addict, y'all. How fucking disrespectful could you be? This man was not no addict. This man was enjoying himself after his anniversary, y'all, with his babies. He's having fun, enjoying life. Look, he got his cell phone. He's doing his TikToks. That is what he's recording. Listen, this man, listen, guys, he was recording TikTok videos with his family, enjoying his family, enjoying his loved ones. After just celebrating his anniversary, y'all. Again, does this man look troubled? Do he look like depressed? He's not worried about nothing. He had no, listen, this man is not thinking about what's coming on the 13th. This man was murdered, y'all. And this is why I've been trying to tell people, but nobody's paying attention to the clues, man. You don't post this stuff on social media and then check out on the 13th. No. He had too much unfinished business. She wanted you to believe this man was on drugs. Look at this man doing his thing, having his fun. Do he look malnutritious? Do he look like a drug addict? Drug addicts are not in shape. Drug addicts are not smiling. Do his face look like he even smoked drugs? Popping pills? She lied, man. Allison is a damn liar, man. You are a liar. This man just finished celebrating his anniversary and then checked out on the 13th? Are you kidding me? He just celebrated his anniversary on the 10th. But on the 13th, he decided, you know what, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to leave. I'm just so tired of life. I'm so tired. No, he was murdered. He was murdered. No man is going to celebrate his anniversary and say, happy anniversary, my love. Come on. He posts this out of love for Allison, and now the man is dead? Dead? I'm not buying it, y'all. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying this. I'm not. That is not the way a person dance when they fearful for their life. Somebody killed this man. Somebody drugged this man, killed him, shot him in the head, and made it look like a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This man may have been killed inside of his house, and they packed up the body, drove it to the motel, stuffed him into a briefcase or some sort of suitcase or whatever. Listen, you ain't no telling how they did this thing, man. Ain't no telling how they did this, because number one, they didn't give us no footage of Twitch going in the motel. They didn't give us no footage of him driving to the motel, the car, the Uber, going to the receptionist desk, nothing. They didn't give us no footage of him leaving his house. No ring camera footage. They didn't show no footage of him in the streets. You know, like how they have cameras on every corner. In my investigation, we did a Google map of the house where they lived. We showed the house, and I tried to be respectful as much as I can because I didn't want to dox them and drop their location. But I found the whole location. We did a whole video, and I blurred everything out. I didn't put like street signs, this, that. I didn't put none of that info out there, but I just showed the house. I blurred everything out. But I found the location. And all around the location, there's cameras, there's neighbors. Where's the neighbor's camera? There was no investigation on any of this information. Nothing. But this man turned up dead in a motel after doing this? This is all he did every day, is get on social media doing his videos, having fun. But you want me to believe he did all of this for nothing, in vain, when everybody was in the comments celebrating him? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, guys. That man was murdered. That man was murdered. They took him out. And now everybody's acting like they don't know what's going on. This is why I'm kind of disappointed with Twitch Boss family, respectfully, because I feel that you guys, man, you guys could be doing a better job, man. I'm not even y'all family, bro. And I'm out here putting in all this work, doing my own investigation. And y'all family, y'all supposed to know better. Y'all know. How come none of y'all ain't saying these things that I'm saying? Y'all supposed to know. This man just celebrated his anniversary. He have kids. Why would he want to check out? Come on, man. That man didn't want to check out. That man loved his kids. And then you got this spoiled brat right here putting dirt on his name, doing evil.
Steven was my person. Steven was the person that, like, raised me. And when I address him as Steven, I know that, like, y'all know him as Twitch. But
no, you supposed to address him as dad. Don't even say Steven. Don't even talk about what the people do. You supposed to say my dad this, my dad that, my dad. That's it. The only thing that's supposed to come out your mouth is dad. That's it.
The brothers would reach out to me, like my uncles and Connie. They'd be texting me. But I don't talk to them anymore.
So you don't talk to Connie? She just said she don't talk to Connie, y'all. She just said she don't talk to Connie. She don't talk to the brothers. She don't talk to the cousins. So you're disrespecting Twitch. This is nasty, man.
My mom handing the paper, y'all, like, it's different, you know? And it's just annoying. It's just annoying. Like, for that whole day was supposed to be beautiful.
Listen.
And instead it was less than that.
Wow.
Like, we were gonna say our goodbyes, and instead people were yelling at each other and bashing my mom. And, like, that's a day that's taken away from her, and she can't remember it as being the day that we all wanted it to be because his family was making it otherwise. And, like, when I say that this day, like, it's imprinted onto my brain. Like, one, because I had to say goodbye to the person that I loved and valued. But then on top of that, I'm having to deal with seeing my mom go through so much.
Notice what she said, guys. At the funeral, that the families were basically yelling at one another. Why would they be yelling at one another? Why would they be yelling at one another? This is before all of the social media stuff now. Why would Twitch's family and Allison's family be clashing at a funeral? Why would they be? Because the daughter said they were bashing her mother. Why would they be doing that? So that's family drama. Now, why would anybody take Allison serious about mental health awareness and all this other stuff when she's not even getting along with Twitch's family? Come on now. She's not even getting along with them. Let me see.
Basically, not backstory, because, like, that's what the whole story is, but in one day, we had an open casket, like, viewing for Steven. We had a funeral, and then we had a wake. And my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Steven's body, because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of Steven and put it on the internet, or, you know, shared it with somebody else. That's the type of things that NDAs are for. It's not so you can never talk about Steven. You can't ever talk about, you know, you grieving him. You can't post about it. That's not what it is. And for all the people saying it, I just feel like you're uneducated.
Wow. So she just said everybody's uneducated. She's more educated about an NDA than us adults.
I'm sorry, but, like, truly, I'm fed up because NDAs are so important. And if you guys don't agree, that's cool. I'm grateful for my mom making sure that everybody signed NDAs, and
everybody, including Twitch's mother,
put up that rule. But also, regardless, some people didn't even sign the NDAs. And my mom was lenient because she understand.
Yeah, the people who didn't sign it are the people from your side of the family. Because, guys, I don't know if y'all noticed this. I don't know if y'all watched the last stream that we did where we broke down that video. If you want to see the full video of me breaking down that video, check the playlist, check the live section. All of those videos will be in the live section on the channel. But I made a specific playlist that have all the videos. Check them out. In her live that she took down, because they made her take down the video, right? She was talking a whole lot about the family fighting with one another. Manny said on his live that the funeral was like a segregated community. You had the whites on this side, you had the blacks on this side. I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's nasty work. He said it was segregated. Not me. I didn't say it. He did. He said that. You know? And that's disgusting. Let me see if I can go back to this. Where is that clip? Let me see. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Somebody asked in the chat, could you slow down something? I can't slow down anything. This ain't, there's no slow-mo button here. Right? I'm just trying to see what you were asking. I don't know who asked it, but I'm just trying to pause it to see. She's just pushing him out of the way because, again, she's trying to stop him from shining, but it looks like they're just having some fun. I'm not looking at it as in a negative way, but being that who she is right now that we know of, it's almost like she's trying to push him away from the camera from shining, you know? And again, like I said, look at the dude. The dude is having fun. He's not planning on checking out. He's not planning on leaving the earth. He's not planning on doing harm to himself, guys. This is what they made it out to be so that we, the people, can look at Twitch as a weak man. That's a weak move. That's selfish, bro. When you got kids to take care of and you did this to yourself, that's weakness. That is not strength. They want to mess the man's legacy up. So not only do he have those stripes on his name, but for Allison to come out and say, yeah, he's on drugs. I found a shoebox and it contained drugs. How you found a shoebox with drugs? Did you call the cops? Did you take that drugs to the laboratory? Did you make them investigate? Did you call any local authorities? Did you take pictures of the contents? Did you have the substances evaluated by some sort of some professional that can look into these narcotics or whatever the paraphernalia that was in the box to test it to see whether or not it was actual drugs? It could have been supplements. He could have had vitamins and she called it drugs. There's so many different ways she could spin this story. Like I said, she's a horrible person, man. Horrible person. There's no way you found a box of drugs and didn't make a police report. That's supposed to be in the police report. You know? Yeah, the shoebox probably belonged to her. Probably her drugs that she forgot. You know? Sad stuff, man. But that man wasn't planning on checking out, guys. He wasn't planning on checking out. Something happened, and this is what went down. And this video clip here, let me see if I could bring this in. Right? Let me take this one out. Let me take that one out. Let me see. Hold on a second, guy. Let me see. All right. downloads. Wait a minute. Let me take this off. Okay. What is this? Yeah, this is, yeah, we got to look at this too. Let's check this out. Oh, I thought I put the wrong video in there. Hold on. Let's check this out. Let me take the volume off because I don't know if there's music in there. Copyrights and stuff. All right, now check this out, guys. Remember, this is the anniversary, guys. Check this out. These are like clues. Come on now. Come on. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this right here speaks volumes. This speaks volumes, man. Let me see if I can get this right. Look at his face. Now, I want you to see something here, guys. I got to do this. Let me set this up. Let me set the stage for what I want to do. Hold on a second. I'm looking for something. Give me a minute. Not that. Is it this? Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right now, I want you guys to see something. I want you guys to see something here. Do you see that, guys? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see what I'm seeing? She didn't love this man, y'all. She didn't love him. She liked the other guy. It's the other guy she loved. She's being fake. She's being fake. Yo, this is devilish, y'all. This is creepy. Look at how she's booed up with the other guy. And look how she's acting fake. He loves her, but she don't love him. I'm trying to show y'all, listen, when we do these breakdowns, right? We try to do them to the best of our ability. The best. I've been on this case since the day one. And I take this stuff serious. And I try to show details so that when I give y'all content, I'm not giving y'all a bunch of fluff. I provide real content that is engaging for the viewer so that you can really think and use your brain. This is from the anniversary. Why would Twitch want to check out? Did you see the way he kissed his wife? Look, guys, look at the way he kissed his wife. Look at his face. Look at the way he kissed his wife. I want you to see the way he did it, the care, the way he did it, the softness of how he did it. He did it in a way where he's being respectful at the same time. You got to look at all the details. Every little detail you got to look at. He loves his wife, guys. He loves his wife. She don't love him. She don't love him. Look at that fake smile, that fake face, man. He's looking at her like, this is my wife. I love her. Look at how she looked with the other man upstairs, fam. Look at that on the right side of the screen. Come on, man. Yo, look, let me see if I can open the video, the image. Look at the glistening. Listen, guys. Look at the glistle on her smile. Come on now. Look at the way her hand is on his chest. Look at the smile. She's like, finally, I get to relax and be with the man I really wanted to be with. That's what I see. Now watch this. Now look at that. That's fake right there. This is fake. This is fake. That's not the same face. That's fake. That's a forced smile. She's not smiling the way she is here, guys. Look at her smile. Look at her face, guys. Look at how she look. Look at how her face, all her facial features are connected together in one. But look at this. That's a fake smile. It is not matching the rest of her face. This image, her face is lit up like a Christmas tree, glowing with love. But this is fake. It's not real. Even down to when he kissed her, it's almost like she's pulling away. And her smile looked mechanical. Her smile looked mechanical, like she's holding it. She's holding her grin. It's not real. It's fake. It's fake, people. And this was done on the anniversary, man. This man recorded this video because he wanted y'all to see him with the woman he loved. And then you're going to tell me that after doing all of that, he decided that it would be best to check out? That's what you're telling me? You're telling me that after doing this, after celebrating your anniversary, that he was struggling so much with drugs and depression and everything else, that he decided to take himself out? That's pure BS, man. That man was murdered, guys. He was murdered. He was murdered. I believe she set him up. I believe she did whatever she had to do to take him out. And it's just sad, man. On the 11th, he made that video clip. That don't make no sense, man. No sense whatsoever. It makes no sense that that man is no longer here. Somebody did him in. Somebody did him in, man. On the 13th. On the 13th, you know those numbers, man, mean something when you taken out on the 13th. Come on, man. They did him in. It's a blood sacrifice ritual. Something went down, man. It was a dark day when it happened, too. It shut down the internet. When Twitch lost his life, look, guys, when Twitch was murdered, I remember that day like it was no other day. That day was different. As a content creator, a lot of people didn't even know what was going on. I saw the story. I said, wow, this is interesting. Let me talk about it. First, I looked at what's going on, and I was like, nah, this dude was murdered. He ain't take himself out. I knew right away he didn't do that. And then I went live, and everybody was like, yo, the wife did it. That's what they were saying. It was like the wife. They took that man on the 13th and made it look like he deleted himself. He was 40 years of age. 40 years young and taken out by someone who wanted him gone. Someone wanted him gone, y'all.
My mom never said that Steven was an addict. Let me say that. Never said that he was an addict.
Lies.
I had dealt with an ex that had addiction problems. And
She said she dealt with an ex that had addiction problems. How is it that everybody that she dealt with had an addiction problem? And if she dealt with an ex that had an addiction problem, that would be Wesley's dad. So the question you have to ask yourself is, how is it that she dealt with an ex that had an addiction problem? Now she wants you to believe that Twitch had an addiction problem, right? So wouldn't that mean that she has an addiction problem too? Because normally addicts hang with addicts. They get high together. You see what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, guys. I got more content that we're going to be covering. I hope that your eyes is opening up. I hope you can see. Because we talked about some of these things in older videos, but I wanted you to see the timeline of events. He died on the 13th of December. He celebrated his anniversary on the 10th. They made a post on the 11th. And then he checks out. That man was murdered. It could be a situation where they set him up at the house, killed him at the house, took the body to the motel, made it look like a crime scene, and then everybody left. Took the footage, probably paid off the motel so that nobody speaks. And that's it. Somebody said, how you know that? Look what happened in the Takeoff situation. The Takeoff situation, remember? Rapper Takeoff, he lost his life after getting shot. Where's all the footage? How come they never showed us the footage? How come they never showed us the footage of the alleged shooter? They never showed it. They never showed it, guys. There was cameras all over there. I did a full investigation of that story. And I showed all the cameras throughout that mall area where it had the pool room and everything else. I showed everybody all the cameras. There was a camera right across on the other side from the bowling spot. I think it was a bowling spot and a pool place all in one. Billiards or something like that. I'm not sure if that was the name of it because, you know, it's been a while since I covered the story. But bowlers and billiards, I'm not sure exactly the name. But somebody paid off that place. Someone who owned that place took the footage and ran with it. You see what I mean? So in situations like this, when people commit these crimes, these murders, they normally pay people off. And that could be the case here. Because how come law enforcement didn't go down to the motel and get the footage? You would want to see how Twitch looked walking into the motel after stepping out of an Uber, right? How come they didn't give us that footage? Where's the footage? Where's the tapes? Where's the tapes from the convenience stores and the local stores and where we could see him coming in? I did the investigation. I showed y'all all the cameras at that motel. We did a full Google map of the motel. And I show you there's a camera there. There's a camera there. There's a camera right inside the motel when you walk in the front door. There's a camera right on the side. I showed all of this in my videos. So how come they didn't pull the footage? To see if he was angry or to see if he was accompanied by someone. See, the reason why they won't do this is because I believe that he was already murdered at the home or at another location, and they took the body to the motel. That's what I believe. I don't believe he just went to a motel early in the morning. I'm not buying it. Because if he did, if he left in the morning and was gone all night, why all of a sudden then call his mom and say, "Mama, boss, hello? I'm kind of worried. I don't know where your son is." There is no record of her calling the mama. The brothers, the family, nobody. If your husband left in the morning, you're calling his phone, he's not answering, you're home alone, you don't call his parents, you don't call his folks. Come on. She's a part of it. But will they open the investigation? Nope. But guess what? It could be done if you fans of Twitch put your foot on the gas and stand tall. They're going to have no choice but to do it. They're going to have no choice to reopen the investigation of Stephen Twitch Boss, because there's too much information I'm sharing. There's too much key points that I'm making that anybody in law enforcement would agree with, to know that man was murdered. This is not the case of someone who decided to take their life. This is not somebody that had a pile of bills. They owed everybody a bunch of money. They were in debt. They were broke. They had a divorce issues, custody issues with the kids, repossession of houses, cars, all this. This man didn't have none of those problems, man. None of them. This man was murdered in cold blood. And Allison know what it is. And you will never get to rest, Allison, because I know you know. I hope you listening to this video. You will never be able to rest knowing that you were a part of it. You were a part of it. You need to answer all these things that I'm talking about here. You need to answer it. Explain to me, how could you be a woman who claimed you love your husband, and as soon as the news said, oh, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, blah, 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 a real wife would have been like, I don't believe it. That didn't happen. I want his death investigated. You didn't even fight for them to investigate it. They closed Twitch's death in 1 week. I think like 1 or 2 weeks, it was closed. In 1 or 2 weeks, Stephen Twitch Boss case was closed. They closed it. Why? Why Allison didn't fight for her husband? Why Allison didn't fight for the hotel to release the footage? Why Allison walked to or drove to the police station to report him missing, rather than just calling it in? Because there's most likely somebody at the police station she know, guys. I'm putting it all together. Allison, I know you scared, right? I know you're scared right now, Allison. I'm revealing all the secrets. I know it's bothering you. You're probably wondering how the fuck this guy knows so much. Who is he? Who is this guy? Who's this guy? You went down to that police station because there's somebody there at the law enforcement office you know personally. You didn't want to call it in. You wanted to go down there to let them know, hey, Robert. Oh, let her in, guys. What's going on, Allison? Y'all can go now by the hotel. Oh, all right. Hey, guys, I need for you guys to go down to the hotel and check it out. See, Stephen Twitch Boss, I think he might be missing. We want to go to that hotel, check that hotel. That's what that was. She went down to the law enforcement office by the police station because she knew somebody at the station. She didn't want it called in because if you call it in, right, they're going to most likely send a particular group of officers down there to find out what's going on, but they weren't really supposed to be a part of the scene. Remember, they had to plant the evidence, make it look good. The only ones that could really dress a crime scene up the way it needs to be is law enforcement. Hello? Allison, you listening? Law enforcement, they set that up, right? You're going to get caught one of these days. You're going to spend many years in prison, Allison. Because I know you know what happened. I know you know what happened. They dressed it up. Nobody heard a gunshot, Allison. Story's not adding up. You had somebody that was in the motel right next door to Twitch, that even that person said they didn't hear no gunshot. How? How did they know? Nobody heard nothing? And y'all ready for this, guys? In our investigation, we also found a video that was leaked where they were interviewing someone at the motel, and the person said that the motel really didn't even have no guests. There was hardly anyone at the motel. They said it was really like almost empty. Perfect time to commit a crime. There was hardly nobody there, but they had staff in attendance. How come nobody didn't hear no gun? A gunshot in a hotel? You're going to hear that gunshot. I've heard so many gunshots in my life. I tell you what, with the amount of gunshots I heard, I could tell the caliber of the gun just by the shot, because I heard so many. And sometimes you get so accustomed to them, like, oh, I know what that one is. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, that's this. That one. Oh, yeah, that's that. Because you're hearing the different sounds. You hear them all the time. So how nobody in the motel heard the shot? Come on. How come they didn't show no evidence of this? How come? Come on now. There's so many anomalies here. There's so much. That's why in the beginning of the investigation, when I was doing my content, I was on a roll. Back to back to back to back videos, just back to back with nothing but evidence. I'm bringing y'all all sorts of stuff about this case. And I'm like, damn, where's the law enforcement? How come they're not doing this? It's like I'm doing a better investigative job about this, and I'm not even law enforcement. So it's like, if I'm knowing these things, if I'm figuring these things out, shouldn't the brightest of law enforcement be able to figure this out? Imagine if I was on the case for real, as some sort of federal agent or whatever the case is. Case would have been cracked already. I would have brung in Allison for questioning. I want to see all phone records, emails, anybody you spoke with, we bringing them in. We're going to get a hold of Twitch's cell phone. Anybody that he spoke to in that month, that you coming in. Anybody who texts them, we bringing you in. That's right. We're going to find out what's going on. If Allison found drugs in the house, why she didn't call the police, guys? Come on now. Come on. Be smart. That's like you buy a used house, right? You buy a used house. You look in the attic and there's 5 guns in a case with blood all over it, with a shirt that's bloody. What are you going to do? Keep the guns or call the police? I ain't keeping them guns. I'm not touching them. Calling the police. Hey, yo, boys, need you guys to come on over to the house. Seems to be the problem, sir. Well, I just purchased this house. Said, you know what? We're setting up HVAC system. I want to make sure that I set up my heating system right in the attic somewhere. And the guys, when they went up there to the attic, we noticed that there was a box or some sort of briefcase or something along them lines, and I opened it up. It was about 3 guns in there with a bloody shirt. And this is not my stuff. Just want to report this thing. I don't know if there was a crime or something that was committed. That way it's off my conscience. I'm not touching that. I want that stuff out my house. So once I put that in law enforcement hand, it is up to them to do an investigation. But before you know it, it might have been a case where there was a crime. They may end up looking at the contents of them guns and the blood, DNA samples, all that good stuff, and end up finding out the person who previously was living in that house that sold me the house was the murderers. Next minute, they go and doing their investigation and end up locking them people up. You see that? You never know. So if she found drugs in a box, what did she do with it? She ain't contact the police. She ain't let TMZ know. She just went straight to People magazine to throw Twitch under the bus. Come on, man. She's moving sloppy, y'all. She's making up stuff as she go. Because if you found a box with drugs and you didn't report that to the police, then you're a horrible wife. Because how do you know if Twitch was allegedly drugged? That could have been used in his murder. He could have gotten that from someone, and you could have caught the person who gave it to him if that was the case. Because they could have used that to do an investigation. So she threw away evidence. She omitted the evidence from the investigation. She should be put in prison just for that. By the pure fact she published a book claiming that she found drugs in the closet and didn't report that to law enforcement, she should be locked up. She should be investigated just for that alone. How you find drugs and you ain't report that to law enforcement? That's such a red flag. It's illegal. So why you didn't report it? Anyway, y'all, I'm hungry. I gotta get something to eat. All right. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, guys. We got about 1,500 people in the building. Appreciate all of y'all stopping by. Let's get the likes to 1,000. If you enjoy the work that we do over here, if you enjoy the stream, if you feel I'm doing a good job and it's worthy of your support, click that like button. Because what that does, it tells YouTube that the video is good to the point where you want other people to see it. That's what it means when you click that like button. You're telling YouTube what's happening over on Ringo TV Reactions is some good quality work. We need more people to be over here to watch this content. And when you click that like button, it helps YouTube to recommend my video all over the place. So you'll see it on the side of other people's videos, and it'll just be all over the place because of you clicking that like button. But when you don't click the like button, what you're telling YouTube is that, that video sucks. I don't like that video. It's not really helpful. It's trash. I don't want nobody to watch it. So when you don't like it, it tells YouTube don't promote it. You see what I mean? So it is what it is. Appreciate all of those who hit the like button to help the video move through the algorithm. Shout out to everybody that support the show. Okay, let's see what we got here. Shout out to Willie, but support on the Cash App. Butler, appreciate you. Marilyn, I believe the name is. Appreciate you for your support. If you want to support financially, you like the show, my Cash App is in the chat pinned to the top, $ Ringo TV Raw. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing today. This is the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. We provide you with the best reaction videos on YouTube. Nobody else does a better job of breaking down videos, breaking down content, explaining things in detail, being very detail orientated, putting clues together, making sense of things. This is what we specialize in. So consider subscribing today if you feel this platform is a place you would want to get material from in terms of content, entertainment, news reporting, educational content, whatever it is, we got it. If you don't like my videos, you feel it sucks, hey, it is what it is. Maybe we'll meet on another time, maybe on better circumstances when maybe I'm not producing the content to the best of my abilities yet to you. Maybe in the future I would. But I still appreciate the fact that you stopped by. Right? So that being said, we're going to get up on out of here. Let me take this off. Right? Okay. So far, ladies and gentlemen, a little update on the studio. This studio is completed. It is completed. right now. It is completed, right? We will be going live soon in the studio. Soon. Somebody like, in the studio? Aren't you in the studio? We're seeing you. No, you're seeing me on one angle of the room. Trust me, you did not see the studio yet. You did not see it yet. This is a brand new studio after moving to North Carolina. It took me 6 months to build the studio. 6 months. A lot of work. It is done. It is completed. All the wiring is set. It's ready to go. All I got to do now is set up the computers and do all the testing. In other words, set it up, set up all the systems, put on the cameras, make sure that cameras are angled properly. It's a 7-camera studio, right? 7 cameras simultaneously, right? The best on YouTube. There is no other production value on YouTube like Ringo TV Reactions. None. Nobody. There's nothing. Nothing nobody got. No. 6 months of work put into this room. When you see the finished product, you're going to know where your support goes. So all of you folks that supported the GoFundMe, all of you folks that support via the Cash App, Super Chat, whatever support you support goes into this production value. So I really look forward to the first video in this room. It's a proud moment. I'm really excited about that. It's been a long time coming. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. When I tell you, a lot of sleepless nights, wiring, building, constructing, everything in this room I built, guys. Everything. And I'm really proud of it, man. I'm really proud of this work. And I can't wait for you, the viewer, to actually experience it so you can experience what Ringo TV Reactions have to offer when it comes to the aesthetics, production value, quality. What it should tell you is how important this is to me and how much work I put into it. A lot of times content creators, they don't put no effort or work into production value. I take this stuff very serious. And it's a product. It's a product, and it's just like having a store. When you do a grand opening and people come in the store and they're like, it makes them want to stay. It makes them want to shop. It makes them want to hang out. It makes them want to really enjoy themselves. That's what I'm trying to do. Right? Now, the downstairs studio, ladies and gentlemen, man. This is why I've been taking so long. It's 2 studios that I've been building for 6 months. The downstairs studio is a work of art. Truly a work of art. And again, make sure you subscribe to my other channel, We Gotta Talk TV. Since I have you here, make sure you subscribe to that channel. Let me get the link for you. I should have been promoting the channel the whole time. Shout out to Bernadine. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. Is that how you pronounce the name? Bernadine? Is that how you pronounce it? My apologies if I pronounce it wrong, but appreciate you for the support. And if I forgot anybody that super chatted, my bad. Because let me see. Did I forget anybody? No, I didn't. That's the first super chat of the show. Let me get this link for you. Give me a minute. Let me get this link. I should have been promoting this thing all week, but I totally forgot. But if you are in this building, be sure to subscribe to this channel, because I'm telling you, 2025 is our year. 2025 is our year. And we're going to provide the best content on YouTube. I'm not playing no games. I invested every dollar I have into 2 studios. Everything. Somebody said everything. Every dollar. I have one life. I said, might as well I go out with a bang, right? I want to do my very best. I don't believe in shortchanging the viewers with mediocre visuals. I believe in having the best. But that's the channel there in the chat. If you're not subscribed over there, subscribe. We're really trying to get it up to 1,000 subscribers so that when we launch the first show, it's a hit automatically because we have 1,000 true supporters that are willing to rock with us. And like I said, it's the best visual quality we have to offer. I really, really take what I do serious. It's a work of art. I don't believe in mediocre content. I take what I do very serious. I'm a professional and I'm a perfectionist. I don't know if you can tell. It's similar to how when Dr. Dre take forever to release an album. I'm pretty much the same way when it comes to what I do. And I'm also a music producer, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, but I am a professional music producer as well. But that being said, I'm going to get something to eat, get some work done, and start to test these computers out and whatnot. So I look forward to when we release the first live stream in this studio. It is going to be dope. When I tell you, it's gonna really make content creators think about their life. It's gonna make them realize what hard work look like. It's gonna make them understand dedication and consistency, what it looked like. Because the amount of money I invested into all of this work here is for the viewers to enjoy the content. It's an experience. I want you to experience YouTube like you never have before. And it's something that I've been perfecting over the years. And it's something that nobody can match because I'm very skilled with design. It's something that I'm skilled at. I'm skilled with decor, decorating, and designing and the aesthetics of a setup. I'm very, very gifted in that area. And there's just so many things that I've added to this room that make it unique. And it's a creative space to produce content on a fly. And I'm just really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And I want to make sure that when we release that first video, we're going to go live. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have fun. And I don't know what the topic's going to be about. I think it's just going to be us just kind of just hanging out. And then we'll proceed after that. I might have a topic to talk about, but nonetheless, it's just going to be a video where we're just going to be celebrating the relaunch of the Ringo TV studio. So look forward to that. It's going to pop up out of the blue, so make sure you subscribe and you click that notification bell, because when we go live in the room, it's going to be out of the blue. I'm going to try to come on at a time when I know everybody is available. I'm not going to come on late in the night or too early in the morning. I'm going to come on normally when most viewers be on YouTube. That's when I'm going to go live. So I look forward to that, right? So y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Shout out to all the truck drivers, everybody out there on the 9-to-5 grind. Salute to everybody at UPS, FedEx, United States Parcel Service, Amazon, all the workers, everybody, Uber Eats, everybody out there on the hustle and bustle. Everybody on the 9-to-5 grind that's just doing what you got to do to survive. Peace and blessings to you. Stay positive. This is your time. Stay encouraged. Don't let nobody stop you. Stay away from negative people. And just stay focused on your goals and your dream. You could accomplish them, but you got to be consistent. You can't take no days off working towards your goal. It got to be something that you believe in. You got to believe in it. If you don't believe in you, nobody's going to accept you. You got to believe in you, and you got to know when to encourage yourself, because truthfully, nobody don't want you to make it but you. But if you believe in yourself and you have God in your life, anything is possible. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to have confidence in what you do. And you have to be consistent. Even when you feel like a failure, you got to encourage yourself that you're not a failure. Even if you don't have all the money, you have to just work with what you got. Work with what you got till you're able to make it. All right? You have one life, one shot. Make it work. Ringo TV Reactions salute you. We are out of here. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Y'all take care. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. We out of here. Y'all take care. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut.